Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hot Second Hot Take with the girls from Putnam. This is Nina speaking. So my hot take this week is that I absolutely hate people that think that they are above celebrating things. So it's totally okay if you don't like Halloween, you don't like Christmas, maybe you're not like a big fan of Easter, whatever it is. But I really hate those people that like feel as though they're elevated for not liking something. Like, okay, you hate dressing up, you hate people eating candy, like you're so cool. You have to be so much fun at parties. Honestly, these people have to be so exhausting to know in real life. I have a couple of people that I know like that, and it's just the most aggravating thing ever because I'm like, I find you frustrating, and I don't find most people frustrating. And yet, here you are just being miserable in my space, and you're proud of being miserable. Like, how do you go through life this way? And I know it's not my place to say that, but honestly, why shouldn't we judge? We should all be judging other people if they're going to behave that way. There's nothing wrong with liking stuff. You're not cool because you don't like something. Honestly, you're just rude.
Have you guys heard Robert Pattinson talk about Twilight? And
Yes.
how he's like, you're not cool for disliking Twilight. That's exactly what that reminded me of.
Yeah, that's literally my vibe right now. You're not cool because you don't like Halloween. You're not interesting because your friends don't love you enough to do a Secret Santa exchange, all right? You're just really unhappy and miserable. It's okay to let out your aggression and your steam in like a healthy way. Like last week, I suggested something. My workplace is like a music Slack channel. There are a lot of fake metalheads or whatever at work. Not that I am one myself, but at some point, actually, Tidal recommended like this album to me. It was literally all metal, and I was like having such a bad day, but like not gonna lie, like it really was a vibe. Like sonically, I don't agree with it, but emotionally, I really, really felt it. That 4-second split from 2021, yeah, that resonated with me. Like objectively. Yeah, objectively, it was really good. So good, we may even link it in this bio. But like, you know, the thing is, it's okay to be unhappy or to be miserable about something, and that's cool. Just work it out elsewhere. Don't make other people feel like they're weird because it's like, oh, you really like dressing up for like Hanukkah. You have like your ugly Hanukkah sweaters. Or it's like, oh, you feel really passionate about Thanksgiving. You do like a Friendsgiving with like 3 different friend groups. Like, you honestly just sound like somebody who's crying out for an invitation to Friendsgiving. Would you like to come? You know, like... That's all I hear there. I hear like a cry for help. I don't hear that you're cool. I hear that you're unhappy. You know? Let people like things. Let people enjoy things. I will let you be miserable, but just let us be happy and celebrate whatever it is we're celebrating.
I totally agree, especially, you know, if you're doing this and it affects other people's mood. Like, why do you purposely want to make people
Miserable.
unhappy? Yeah, unhappy, or
You want to
like
share
feel,
your misery.
or like feel like embarrassed about, you know, their likes and dislikes. So speaking of Robert Pattinson, when I was in grade 5, I really, really liked Hannah Montana. Like,
so did we all.
but the
Best
thing
of
is,
both
but the
worlds.
thing is, when I was in grade 5, like people at school would make fun of me for liking Hannah Montana, like,
But
and
why?
my brother, like during the after school, like we had an after school program, and he leaked that I liked Hannah Montana, and I was and I was like really embarrassed because people are like, oh, you like Hannah Montana, but the thing is, I still listen to Hannah Montana songs because
If We Were a Movie is so good.
if we were a movie, like it's so good. I know, and Best of Both Worlds, Rockstar.
See you again. That was at the club, actually.
Oh,
I got
really?
nerve. Oh my god.
I got nerve. Yeah, exactly. I got nerve really, really boosted my confidence. The thing is, Hannah Montana songs make people really happy. So for you to like rain down, now I'm no longer embarrassed. I will sing Hannah Montana at like karaoke. But that's the analogy that I make for people who don't like celebrations. Like you just don't like happy things.
Yeah.
Don't propagate misery. Propagate happiness.
Yeah.
Allie, your hot take.
Okay, hi guys. So my second hot take is very relevant to this evening. So to provide you guys context, the 4 of us went to, I don't want to give the cuisine name because I, want to respect the anonymity of our where we frequent. Exactly. But we went to this place for dinner. And we had a very complicated order in the sense that there were multiple things that each of us ordered. We all had appetizers, we all had entrees, and we all had drinks. And so typically...
Sounds like a typical dinner to me.
I know! You would think.
Wrong, to be frank.
You
We
would
just
think.
existed.
You would think. But what happened is that after a long ordering, basically we ordered for a while, I asked the waiter to repeat the order back to make sure that I understood, that we all understood what was being ordered, and that he knew what we ordered. And so I believe that this is normal restaurant protocol, and not even restaurant, okay? Fast food. Anything where you're ordering something, they usually repeat it back to you, especially if it's long. And this waiter got mortally offended when I asked him to repeat it. He made snide comments.
He was like, oh.
He made very
the order,
snide comments about me asking him to repeat the order. He was so peeved that I asked him to do this, that he started treating our table very poorly for the rest of the night. And this all stems from me asking him to repeat something that is complicated. And so my hot take is that this is restaurant protocol for you to repeat the order, or ask the waiter to repeat the order back to you, because this is how the world goes round, okay, in the restaurant world. And it just makes me so
So mad.
We're giggling about it now, but like he really acted like we were like James Corden at whatever that Soho restaurant was. It was like,
Oh
don't
my
ever
God.
come back. Like that's really the kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
the last time someone treated me like that in service anywhere, we were at like Carroll Place and we tried to take a boomerang and they were like, you can't take a boomerang inside. At this time, people were still wearing masks. And I, in all of my wisdom said, people are eating and drinking at the bar, which is where we were. And we were asked to leave. And so I have not honestly experienced anything like that since then.
And we live in New York, y'all. So like there really
Right, this is even worse.
Like,
Like-
this is, the baseline is already pretty low.
Like there
okay?
are like customers from hell. Like we were not bad, all things
No.
considered.
No.
And fun fact, Ellie's food came last. like like Joanna got her food first, then Nina got her food. By the time appetizers for Joanna and Ellie were done, our mains still had not come, y'all.
Yeah, so
Seriously.
So for context here, Joanna and I were sitting on the opposite side of the table. Naira and Ellie ordered together, and I think somehow he thought we were like warring factions at a table because our stuff came out like by a country mile before theirs. It was embarrassing, like to the point that like our appetizers had gone cold at that point.
I was done eating by the time they got their food.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was awful.
And let's not forget that they didn't push out our completed order. They forgot something of Naira's. They didn't give us the check. They waited for us to come to them to
For
pay
the
the
check.
And then what they said at the end of our restaurant experience is that they like had Joanna look at the receipt because Joanna was paying, and they asked her passive aggressively, "Is everything right on the receipt?" And no, it wasn't, because you didn't even give us the stuff that we asked for. Ugh.
And another fun fact. They tried to micromanage how we took our food to go. Like, they wouldn't even give us what we asked for to pack our own
We
food.
begged for more containers.
And they gave us, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna give you foil for the bread, and walked away.
But didn't give us enough boxes for the curry. I can't put curry in foil. And so I asked multiple times, we need boxes, and I even pointed to the entrees. 1, 2, 3. Like, those are the 3 things.
Which upset him even more. He was even more upset by that. Oh my god.
And then in the end, Naira didn't even want to take her food to go because there were no boxes left.
I
So
was like, this tasted like trash anyway.
I took Naira's food to go. Like I shoved it with all of my other leftovers because
We don't want to waste food.
I don't waste food. I'm actually a very like non-food waste person. I even like shop at Too Good To Go. So
Wow.
Please do. But anyway.
So what a perfect segue, Naira. Your hot take
My hot take, oh my.
about your clothing.
About my clothing. Well, yeah. You guys should listen to the other episode about our fashion series where I go into a little bit more depth about this. But the end of the story is that, I preach something, but I don't really do it. So, the same week that we're talking about fast fashion and its harms and how to overcome it, I went binge shopping on H&M. And, I got this lovely discount, everything's on sale. And, as we were reflecting about how quickly fashion brands produce like a new color for every month, for every miniature season, all of your pinks and reds for February, all that's going to turn into greens for March. It's like if your factory has no problem producing colors like at the rate that, I don't even know. I don't know what a comparable rate is, but just
Bacteria multiply.
But yeah,
It's like every week.
you literally produce
every
new
3 days.
styles every week, right? You should be shipping to me within 3 days. I'm sorry. Like, why is it taking so long when your factory already produced like the next clothing for the next year, probably for all 11 million people that shop H&M? I don't get
That
it.
is true. Maybe this is like a UPS hate kind of thing. Is that who
Maybe.
sent your stuff?
Maybe. I don't know.
UPS, up your shipping time.
DHL, please take care of this.
We hope you guys have enjoyed this hot second hot take with us. If there's anything you want us to chime in on anytime soon, let us know. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, and you're always welcome to DM us.
LinkedIn.
And a LinkedIn, but I would imagine you're not going to DM us on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice night or morning, whatever it is, wherever you are.